The View's Sunny Holston seen using her privilege to try to get her son out of trouble and tells police that she's a former federal prosecutor. Wait, what? Yeah, she's from The View. I know who this is.
My mom's a lawyer, by the way.
That's okay.
What's your name, sir?
I'm Brian.
Okay. Don't want to use that off rip. It's crazy.
So the reason we're stopping you, so this is considered trespassing. It's criminal trespass.
What was he doing there?
People get hit by a train all the time. We want to prevent it, obviously.
Well, can you please... you
want me to hold it for you?
Yeah, my mom, the phone's at 2%, FYI.
Tell them your mother is a
Kind of savage runs around midday.
What is that supposed to
Mom, how are you?
mean?
This is Officer Gomez. Your son's fine, right?
Officer Gomez,
How are you?
This is
Yes,
former
yes.
federal prosecutor.
Okay,
That's
fair
my
enough.
son.
Yeah.
He's a Harvard graduate.
No, I understand
So?
that. The issue is
okay.
I know
Oh,
it's not-
that is just said that. Go ahead. You take those cuts off, but Bob.
Around the railroad tracks, you know, we get people that get hit all the time.
Okay, let's get my mom on the phone.
Oh, look at that
course,
smirk.
yeah.
That smirk means
Mom.
I'm not going to
Officer
jail.
Gomez, I'm about 4 minutes away.
Okay, that's fine. So I just wanted to give you the heads up. So
What
I
is
am
he
gonna be
doing?
writing
Like, he's
your
he's
son,
at the
what's called
railroad
a briefing. I'm sure you know what that
Last
is.
month.
Why would you put something on his record like this?
No,
Why would you
it's
put
not-
something
it's
on his
not-
record
it's
like
not anything
this?
Because he did
just has to
something
appear. I'm
wrong.
dumbing it down to a violation. That's all it is. So it's not a misdemeanor.
Oh my God.
It's like
Is she from
they're
this
at
town or
fault.
something?
They're
I
at
understand
fault.
that,
They're doing
but
something
with all
to
due respect,
him.
ma'am, I still have a job to do.
I understand, but what I'm asking of you
He's not in handcuffs.
is once a judge gets this, there is a path.
What happens if you didn't do it?
Oh, now they pleading with the cops?
Did you hear what he just said?
You know,
Yeah. What happens if you
there's
didn't do
cameras
it?
That's
everywhere.
crazy. He straight up saying
Is
we
that
allegedly-
bribery?
See you,
Yeah.
somebody
Or
would call the
what is
police.
coercion in
My
this?
hands are tied. It is what it is. Listen, I really appreciate you being cool about this. You know, hi Miss, how are you?
So did they let him go
Officer
because of
Gomez,
who she
I
is?
apologize for this.
I feel like
Like I
Cosby
explained to you.
trolling, man.
Normally it's a misdemeanor charge. We're dumbing it down to a violation. Okay. I know you're upset.
My
Again, like I
grown
explained to
ass
you on
would
the
never have
phone.
my mother
Besides
drive up
being
to help
illegal,
me out of ticket.
it's dangerous. So that's pretty much it.
He was doing something on train
Can you give
tracks.
him a warning?
I cannot at this point. I have to recognize him. And like I said, it's usually a misdemeanor. We're dumbing it down to a
You
violation.
can't make this
I'm
shit
a former
up.
federal prosecutor.
We heard you the
He
first
knows.
3
He's a
times,
Harvard
bitch.
grad.
We
He
heard
teaches
you.
Fourth grade geometry.
I mean,
Kids.
but that's her son. You know, you got to give her, that's her son. And the moms are going to do that. My mom would do that. Your mom would do that. I get that part. But when she gets on TV on The View and talks all that bullshit and spills that shit for her to turn around and do this, like it doesn't make sense.
How does my mom know I'm getting arrested?
Right. I don't know how.
Like,
old
I
that
would
guy is.
never call my mom about
Yeah, well,
this.
not as adults, but like I guess he's a kid.
I
maybe
think
17,
no,
18.
no. She just said that he graduated from Harvard, so he's at least 24.
True,
So
early
and he
20s.
said he's teaching kids.
Right.
I have no empathy for grown men who need their mama. Pop your titty out that mouth.
I'm not trying to be a ball buster here. I have a job to do. That's all it is, okay? I hope you don't take it
I
personally.
guess they
really
talked
appreciate
themselves
you
out of
being
it.
cooperative.
So she's
got
over
a-
there trying to. It's really funny to see this. She goes on The View all the time and talks about how there's like 2 tiers of justice. We
There
don't
it
have
is.
equality. Meanwhile, her son's out there trespassing around a railroad. Her trying to pull rank on this guy and explaining it and all of that. I mean, it just really goes to show that it's all an RP, and it's
Yes.
always been an RP. I wonder if
Rich
she's going to
poor.
talk about this
Rich
on
poor.
the show.
RP stands for
Why
rich
should
poor.
there be a
that
monument
was
to
role play.
George
Role
Washington?
play.
Oh, role play. Okay, my
because
bad. I
he
was
was
saying
a
rich poor.
terrible slave owner while he was a founding father. Were flawed men to my ancestors.
Wow.
Wow.
There
I
it
didn't
is.
think I was, my family was originally from Spain. and
That's
slaveholders.
everybody.
Everybody
Everybody's
I guess it's a fact of
ancestors
life.
did
has
some fucked up
crimes.
shit, some crimes. But
Yeah.
see, and the thing with Sunny Holston, like you said, is that she goes on a View and she spews that type of stuff. But it's also like you have more than anybody you're talking to. Everybody in that crowd has nothing compared to what she has.
She is privileged.
And what
She is among the privileged people that she talks shit about all the time.
and what goes really bad hand in hand with that is, where is that boy's father?
That's a good question.
Why? Like, I get it. You calling your mom and stuff, but when we talk about strong men, I'm saying like my father. Tannette, sit your ass down. My mother would not be able to leave the house to come get me,
Right.
based off of something. If I did something, you standing on your own 2 feet, and just like you handle the responsibilities. You were trespassing somewhere you didn't have no business. I get your mama love you, but
Yeah.
you need to manage
And-
your life.
But I'll say this. I understand. He's a Harvard graduate. Why'd you put that on? That's motherly protection, motherly love. I don't fault her for that, but I do fault her for going on The View and saying all that shit that doesn't make sense with what just transpired on this video, acting like she doesn't have privilege, she's in America where she has the ability to do that and talk to the cops and got her son out of a situation. But let her tell it on The View. All the cops are bad, evil, abusive, brutality. They'll beat you down.
You get afraid. Listen,
Yeah.
You get afraid. You see so many American flags in a neighborhood, but you're not. You don't want us to be afraid of the young man that has no fear of going to a place that he has no business. Because, like I said, that smirk on his face. I'm not
He
lying.
was good.
If anybody's ever had handcuffs put on him, which unfortunately at some point in my life I have, no warrants or nothing crazy, but still, dude, you're terrified. You're terrified. You don't know what's going to happen. Your stomach turns into ice. You're shaking a little bit. It's like when after you fought somebody physically, you get those shakes, like your adrenaline's moving. Like you're terrified. That boy had no fear whatsoever of anything. There is no smiling when I'm getting arrested.
Yeah,
period.
no, he knew his mama was coming to save the day. He was 100% confident, and it worked. She got him out of it. I don't think they wrote a ticket or anything.
No, they wrote him a ticket, but it was supposed to be a misdemeanor, and it ended up not being one. And they're going to fight it in court, and it's not going to go through. She's going to yell at her son. But once again, what about the over policing? I bet if she, and you know what's even crazier, we talked about this earlier. These people would get so much accolade if they just leaned into it. If she just leaned into it, man, these are some good cops that helped us.
She would not get on TV and say that.
But your ratings would go through
even
the
though
roof.
that's what happened, right? They weren't assholes. They weren't dicks. They talked with her. They were cordial. Well, you think she'll give them props for that?
I don't think
If she
so.
gives cops props for that, she's become an enemy of the state. She'll lose all her funding, all her. Everybody's gonna hate her, and she can't. It doesn't fit the narrative.
But then this is the thing. I learned this from the Hodge twins. You're going to lose that initial audience by doing that, but you're going to gain a bigger audience because there's more people out here who actually do respect police officers. And if I could see you now as being neutral and being honest and like being fair,
Shouting
like
out the cops.
we'd be like, okay, I get it. I get it. Okay, not doing it. And I don't mean to touch on what we touched on earlier because we got to do edits. JD Vance would have fucking won the presidency hands down if he straight up called out Israel. If you actually lean into the thing that's unpopular, like financially, there is a support, which is most of America like, oh shit, he actually said it.
Maybe even some Democrats would be like,
Democrats or anybody, people would back up behind Sonny, him, or anybody when you actually are doing the unpopular thing.
When you be real.
Which being honest.
Right. And which, for us, we're getting a lot of support from people that don't look like us, that we didn't agree with, and that's kind of happening with us.
Yeah, same thing.
I mean, we're getting a lot of hate too, but I think it's more.
But it's
positive.
a lot of positive just comes from people that not just don't look like us, but people who have different opinions from us as well. You know, and I can learn and I can show some of that. But
all right, we got another one.
Let's do another one.